coronavirus-infected cruise ship is trying to dock after 4 people.
The number of coronavirus cases has jumped by 500 in 24 hours, according to...
We're seeing the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak shift here to the United States. The human crisis continues.
With the U.S. overtaking China, where the outbreak began, on the number of confirmed
cases around the world is approaching 1 million. The United States is worst hit with more than 200,000.
Overnight for the second straight day, some good news, but at the same time, Italy has overtaken China.
180 countries have cases of COVID-19. More than 885,000 people have been infected. The death toll has risen to above 44,000.
As the epidemic continues, more and more people end up in the hospitals left and right. All across the world, people are experiencing similar results. Many hospitals are actually being overrun by many of the people who are infected, and masks and other equipment that doctors use are also running out. Since people keep overbuying, they are leaving hospitals without resources. Some medical staffs have even resulted in having to use handmade masks to try to at least cover their mouth. In parts of the world, people are being forced out of their homes after being tested positive for coronavirus. We continue to observe how the two doctors keep trying to take him out. We continue to see how the patient continues to struggle to hold his own against the two doctors who are trying to help him. Doctors are always here to help you, so if this happens in your situation, just comply with the doctors as they are trying to help you. It's necessary need to struggle and fight against someone who is willing to help you, risking their own lives. Ran from the disease spreading, these doctors use hand gestures and any other type of method to minimize their contact between one and another, therefore creating a safe environment between everybody as long as they continue working with the protocol. They continue to wash their hands every time they go in anywhere as to not take a chance. Here you can see people from the press having to wear the same uniform as the rest of the doctors, and you can see just from what he's wearing how much precautions they are taking with the mask, the gloves, and the ones.
COVID-19 is not a death sentence. It is something that you can win over.
Luckily, not all patients have to meet the same fate. This young man here managed to beat the virus, and he is now happily with his family. Here you can see how he used the precautions necessary to increase its survivability by going to a hospital when noticing the symptoms. It is really important for everybody to notice the symptoms, know about them. Therefore, you can be able to seek help, and in some cases even live through this, just like this man. Here he will explain how his experience throughout the whole process came to be, as he felt. It's important not to be scared and to always seek assistance when needed. Just like this brave man, you can also go through this. You can see that the many odds of people being infected are not always against them. His message that he's trying to tell everybody is that not to be afraid of the virus and always have faith. even if the world keeps reporting more deaths and more people infected, it's really important to know that even you could get through this just like this man. And don't give up, because doctors are putting just as much effort as anybody.
Hello, Stevie. Welcome to Good Mythical More, everybody. What does Stevie have to do? Coming to you from his house in Los Angeles, it's Conan.
Everything is broken.
Good to see you, dude. What's going on?
I'm okay. I was actually visiting Australia when all this went down. I came here to pet a koala.
Conan O'Brien is moving production of his TV show Conan to his house. He has a tripod with flexible legs and universal clip. He has a stabilized camera.
Somebody go, Pete, first.
I would say, I think that this is... sorry.
All right.
We mitigate spread. You stay socially distanced from one another. What's very different here so far is the degree to which we're finding cases.
Just going to stay with us. Coming up next.
That they, know what they're talking about.
Yeah, look, you don't want to blow...
The spread of COVID-19 continues. We observe how people have been forced to work from home, and how working from home is not such an easy task, as there's problems that arise when working from home, such as the disconnections, the bugs. And working from home is just a new opportunity that arises as new jobs are actually being employed to help people from across the world. If you go to Indeed, you can type in online jobs, and you can see a vast amount of new jobs that have risen, such as customer service, social media. Multiple new types of jobs have now opened for online.
Governor Jay Inslee announcing a mandate for public and private schools to be closed through April 24th.
Carrie Hopperstadt's 3 sons are home today. For the next 2 weeks, they'll be learning online.
That you move to working from home, your job's not going to be your only issue now. Now you have to handle your family. Most people across the world are closing down schools, which means people are having to talk to their families more, spend more time with them. And this is just a great issue that has risen from this, as some parents are hiding from the kids nowadays. Here we observe this woman as she's screaming for her kids. And parents' new nightmare is hearing the word mommy or daddy. And many new people across the world are also uploading videos of their own personal experiences with kids.
Apples and eats 3. How many apples does Jimmy have left?
7. Is she yelling at me?
You're telling me that you have no homework to do?
I don't know. You're just going to have to Google it.
The question is, are kids and parents getting along better these days, or are they sick of each other?
I think that's a very subjective thing right now.
Here's a prime example of how parents are being smart and hiding from their children. It was really interesting, as most parents, you tend to keep an eye on their kids. Nowadays, everybody is trying to avoid the kids and find their own quiet time, as they're with their kids 24 hours a day. And most parents are not used to having that.
These base sports?
Pick it up. I ain't playing that. Tell her it is.
Nintendo console is currently just as rare and hard to get as those highly coveted household products.
That parents are getting annoyed by their children, they're resorting to buying games. Nintendo Switch is one of them games that most parents are buying for their kids to entertain them, to keep them off them. However, now the Nintendo Switch, one console, that is really popular with children games is now being sold out everywhere in stores, making it a really rare item to pick up nowadays, making parents want it more, since it's going to be the only thing that could stop their children from nagging them. There is other consoles, however the Nintendo Switch is meant mostly for children, so there is the reason that it's so popular that even in Target, where I currently work, it's sold out, and they sold anytime we get any in, the Nintendo Switch is the first to go. As days go by, more and more people are starting to get bored. Not just the family and kids, but young teenagers are also getting bored. As we can see in a little bit, we're going to be able to see how people are being entertained with their own house pets as they are seeking some form of entertainment. Some people are even getting creative as to make their own music over their personal experiences with the COVID-19 lockdowns.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries because people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the ride.
Understand that the current situation is not the greatest, but I implore that many people that watch this documentary understand the situation. That the coronavirus doesn't mean everything's bad and then to focus on the good that you have currently, to be safe and understand that if anything happens, always seek help when needed. And like this songwriter, spend time making the best out of the bad. And I hope that everybody understands that there is hope for anyone.
Toilet paper like the USC. Nothing left on that shelf but a lonely can of beans. So I guess I'll head back to the house and take a bath and bleach. Quarantine, drinking whiskey like vaccine. Waving at the neighbors, social distancing. Quarantine, wearing Lysol like sunscreen. Quarantine, oh lonesome quarantine. All my anti-hunting buds are reaching.